The 1930s were tough times, marked by widespread economic hardship and uncertainty. The world was in the grip of the Great Depression, a period that saw millions of people struggling to make ends meet. Money was tight, and families had to be resourceful, often stretching their limited resources to create meals that could feed everyone. Food was precious, and nothing was wasted. Every ingredient was used to its fullest potential. It was during this time that a delicious new treat emerged. Banana bread, a simple yet ingenious creation. People were always looking for ways to use up ripe bananas, which were often sold at a discount because they spoiled quickly. They didn't want to throw them away, as every bit of food was valuable. Clever cooks discovered that overripe bananas could be mashed and added to cake batter, transforming them into something special. This made the cakes moist and naturally sweet, a perfect solution for those who couldn't afford expensive sweeteners. The first banana bread recipes were quite simple, reflecting the limited ingredients available at the time. They used basic ingredients that most people had in their pantries, such as flour, sugar, and eggs. Flour, sugar, eggs, and of course mashed bananas, were all combined to create a comforting and delicious treat. These simple ingredients came together to form a batter that was both easy to make and satisfying to eat. Banana bread quickly became a household favorite, cherished for its taste and the comfort it brought. It was easy to make, used affordable ingredients, and tasted absolutely divine, making it a staple in many homes. This humble loaf offered comfort and a touch of sweetness during a difficult time, reminding families that even in hardship, there could be moments of joy and togetherness. Overripe bananas are a baker's secret weapon. As bananas ripen, their starches turn into sugar. This makes them sweeter and perfect for baking. During the Depression, sugar was a luxury that many families couldn't afford. Overripe bananas offered a natural and affordable alternative. People began experimenting with different ways to use overripe bananas in their baking. They added them to cakes, muffins, and even cookies. But it was banana bread that truly captured the hearts and taste buds of people everywhere. The natural sweetness of overripe bananas meant that less sugar was needed in the recipe. This was a huge advantage during a time when every penny counted. Families could enjoy a sweet treat without breaking the bank. The soft texture of overripe bananas also contributed to the moistness of the bread. This meant that the bread stayed fresh for longer, a crucial factor in avoiding waste. Baking powder played a key role in the rise of banana bread. This magical ingredient, invented in the 19th century, allowed for the creation of quick breads. These breads didn't require the long proving times of traditional yeast breads. Baking powder is a mixture of baking soda and an acid. When mixed with liquid, it creates bubbles of carbon dioxide. These bubbles make the bread rise and become light and fluffy. Before baking powder was widely available, making bread was a time-consuming process. Yeast breads needed to rise for several hours before baking. Quick breads, like banana bread, could be mixed and baked immediately. This convenience was a major selling point for busy homemakers. Banana bread could be whipped up in no time, making it the perfect treat for unexpected guests or a quick after-school snack. From simple to scrumptious, the evolution of banana bread recipes. As banana bread gained popularity, people began experimenting with the basic recipe. What started as a simple way to use overripe bananas quickly turned into a canvas for culinary creativity. They added different ingredients to enhance the flavor and texture. Home bakers and professional chefs alike sought to put their unique spin on this classic treat. Nuts, like walnuts and pecans, became popular additions. These not only added a delightful crunch but also brought in a rich, earthy flavor that complemented the sweetness of the bananas. Their crunch provided a delightful contrast to the soft bread. The combination of textures made each bite an exciting experience. Spices such as cinnamon and nutmeg were also incorporated into the batter. These warm spices added a comforting aroma and a depth of flavor that made the bread even more irresistible. These warm spices added depth and complexity to the flavor profile. The subtle heat from the spices balanced the natural sweetness of the bananas. Some bakers even added a touch of vanilla extract for a hint of floral sweetness. This small addition could elevate the overall taste, making the bread more aromatic and flavorful. The use of brown sugar instead of white sugar became increasingly common. Brown sugar, with its molasses content, added a rich caramel note to the bread. Brown sugar contains molasses, which adds a rich caramel note to the bread. This not only enhanced the flavor, but also gave the bread a beautiful caramelized top. It also helps to retain moisture, resulting in an even more tender crumb. The added moisture made the bread soft and luscious, perfect for any time of the day. Some recipes called for the addition of whole wheat flour. This not only made the bread heartier but also introduced a nutty flavor that paired well with the bananas. This added a nutty flavor and a slightly denser texture. The whole wheat flour also contributed to a more substantial, satisfying bite. It also provided a boost of fiber, making the bread a bit healthier. With these variations, banana bread evolved from a simple snack to a versatile treat that could be enjoyed in countless ways. Wartime comfort. Banana bread's enduring appeal. During World War II, banana bread took on a new significance. With rationing in effect, ingredients like sugar and butter were in short supply. Banana bread, with its ability to be made with minimal ingredients, once again became a household staple. Soldiers stationed overseas craved the familiar comforts of home. Banana bread, baked by loved ones and sent in care packages, provided a taste of home and a reminder of happier times. The aroma of freshly baked banana bread wafting through homes across the country became a symbol of resilience and hope. It was a reminder that even in the darkest of times, simple pleasures could still be enjoyed. After the war, banana bread remained a beloved treat. Its association with wartime comfort and resourcefulness solidified its place in the hearts and kitchens of people everywhere. A world of flavors. Banana bread across the globe. As banana bread traveled the world, it took on different forms and flavors. In the Caribbean, spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice are often added to the batter. This gives the bread a warm, fragrant aroma. In Latin America, banana bread is sometimes soaked in a sweet syrup after baking. This adds an extra layer of moisture and sweetness. Some variations even include rum or coconut for a tropical twist. In Southeast Asia, pandan leaves are sometimes blended into the batter. Pandan leaves impart a unique, slightly sweet flavor and a vibrant green hue. Toasted coconut flakes are also a popular addition. These global variations demonstrate the versatility of banana bread. It's a blank canvas for culinary creativity, allowing for endless flavor combinations and adaptations. Baking bliss. A simple recipe to try at home. There's nothing quite like the aroma of freshly baked banana bread wafting through your home. Ready to experience the joy of baking banana bread yourself? It's easier than you might think and incredibly rewarding. Here's a simple recipe to get you started. Gather your ingredients and let's dive into the world of homemade banana bread. 3 ripe bananas mashed. The riper the bananas, the sweeter and more flavorful your bread will be. Half a cup of granulated sugar. This will add just the right amount of sweetness. 1/4 cup of melted butter. This gives the bread a rich, moist texture. *1 egg, which helps bind everything together. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. This adds a lovely depth of flavor. 1½ cups of all-purpose flour. Make sure to sift it to avoid lumps. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. This helps the bread rise beautifully. Half a teaspoon of salt. It balances the sweetness and enhances the flavors. 1. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. This ensures your bread bakes evenly. Grease and flour a loaf pan. This prevents the bread from sticking and makes it easier to remove once baked. 2. In a large bowl, combine the mashed bananas, sugar, melted butter, egg, and vanilla extract. Mix until everything is well incorporated. 3. In a separate bowl, whisk together the flour, baking soda, and salt. This ensures the leavening agent is evenly distributed. 4. Gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, mixing until just combined. Be careful not to overmix, as this can make the bread dense. 5. Pour the batter into the prepared loaf pan and bake for 50 to 60 minutes, or until a wooden skewer inserted into the center comes out clean. The baking time may vary slightly depending on your oven. 6. Let the bread cool in the pan for 10 minutes before inverting it onto a wire rack to cool completely. This helps it set and make slicing